What's up everybody, Eric with Trouts Fly Fishing in Denver. So today we're going to tie a pattern that a friend of mine came up with. I tend to kind of consider it a guide fly. It works pretty much everywhere we've tried it. Basically what this fly is if you're familiar with Larry Kingery, he was a guide and a fly designer at Royal Gorge Anglers for a lot of years. He has this whole ice series of flies. So basically what my friend did was he kind of took that idea of the ice series of flies and applied slightly different materials and a different color and quite honestly came up with a home run. My favorite thing about this fly is you can tie it in a few different ways. You can tie it where it's a midge, or you can add a tail and essentially make it a small Baetis pattern. So what we're going to do, we're going to tie the Baetis version. Really the only difference is if you're going to tie it as a midge, you're going to tie it a little smaller, and you're going to tie it without a tail. So we'll get started tying the root beer ice. So I'll start with UTC 70 denier thread in brown, and basically we're just going to lay down a layer of thread, and then we'll go back and take some mallard flank in wood duck color, and we're just going to take a few fibers of that for our tail. And the idea with this is we want a pretty sparse tail and a pretty short tail. So sometimes when you pull this off the feather, it's nice to kind of get those fibers lined up, just because we are going to tie a fairly short tail on there. So we'll get our tail material tied in there, and then we'll take some small UTC copper wire. We're going to tie that in. Once we do the body, we'll rib it with the small copper wire. Really, because of what we're using for the body material, you can't really see the copper wire. It's more just for durability on the fly. So we'll get some copper wire tied in here. Back to where we started our tail. And then I'm going to take root beer color crystal flash, and I only need maybe 3 strands of it. I don't like using one just because it's a little easier to get coverage on the fly, because we're basically just going to use this to wrap around and make a little flash body. I would say it's very similar to a Rainbow Warrior, but obviously different colors. So once we get that body material on, we'll just wrap it up and do the best we can to get full coverage on the body. The cool thing about this material in the root beer color is, depending on the angle you look at it and the way the light hits it, it can look kind of brown. It can have a green hue to it. It kind of has a little bit of a purple hint, so you can get some varying colors that come off of that. So once we get our body material done, then we'll do a little ribbing on there just to beef up the fly so it lasts longer. And then we'll take some medium-sized pearl tinsel. I'm going to tie that in just because I want to put a little flashback on it. This fly is about grabbing attention. Tons of flash. And then the last piece, we'll dub a thorax with Ice UV tan. Basically just get a little thorax on there, and then we'll pull that flash over the top. So pretty simple pattern to tie. Very, very effective. Like I said, we've tried this on a lot of different rivers, and it just works. With a little dab of glue to finish it. So that's the root beer ice, super simple pattern to tie. Give it a try. Thanks for tuning in. Come see me at the shop. And if you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe.